joined by the Wisconsin Badgers. Coach, could you give us an opening statement?
I just thought that was an epic volleyball match. I mean, it was the level of play by both teams and the heart by both teams was just, it was special. You know, we're really fortunate to come out on the winning side of that. You know, it wasn't something that we showed more heart than our opponents or more will than our opponents. Those guys showed that as well. I thought, you know, Louisville just what a and we knew it was going to be like this going into this match. I mean, that was not a surprise. That is an unbelievable team that had an incredible season. I thought some of the defense that was being played tonight, especially the latter part of the match when both teams were just, their backs were against the wall. I mean, they're just in it. And just how hard those two teams fought. Just a great match.
Okay, we'll open up for questions. If you raise your hand, we'll get a mic to you. Back right.
Lauren, are you exhausted?
Honestly, right now, I feel like I could run through a brick wall, but I'm sure it'll hit me a little bit later. The adrenaline's still going, but I feel great right now.
Stay with the back right.
Anna, a big breakout night again. You've had a couple of these. What was going on? What did you see? And your ability to assert yourself, especially in those early sets?
Well, as a team, we discussed coming into this match with confidence, and we were all on the same page, and everyone worked together from the pass to the set, and just knowing that there was a lot of coverage behind us and going up. And Kelly said, let's remember 3 words, let it rip. And I think everybody had that mentality, and we fought.
Okay, front left.
Coach, what did you tell your team when the sets were tied so where they can keep their composure?
Both teams were being stressed an incredible amount. They were stressing us big time with their speed. How fast they get on a ball is just, it's really quick. I mean, their arms are just boom. And Dilfer just will find those middles, find people in trans. And we were really stressed defensively. We know that they were extremely stressed. Try defending that. And so a lot of it was, you know, there were some adjustments that were being made, but it was also a reminder of, you know, let's stay right here, stay where your feet are, and let's move past the previous point. Let's find a way to get the next point. Let's just play good volleyball. And it sounds simple, but it's not always simple when you're playing in front of 18,000 fans and you're playing against a team that really does a great job of stressing you out. But I thought both teams played pretty clean. But I thought at the end of the match, both teams were playing even higher level, which tells you that both teams were just in a really good place, I don't know how many balls that you're sitting there going, oh my God, that ball's going down on the other side of the net, and here it comes back, you know. But then I don't know how many times, you know, Barnesy had her cape on and she comes out of the phone booth and flying in there and keeping the ball off the floor herself. It was just the defensive tenacity by these two teams was incredible.
Okay, middle right.
Jacob Myers, Columbus Dispatch. Lauren, you guys come back to win that 3rd set, and then it seemed like you're about to do it again in the 4th. They battle back. I just want to know, what did it take to ultimately get across this line, and where does this kind of rank up for you among the matches you've played in your career?
A little bit of what Coach said. Just really, we just kept emphasizing, be where your feet are. And once the 5th set came, it was 0-0. It was just a race to 15 at that point when we were tied 2-2. But gosh, in a rank of matches, that was all time. That was 2 teams battling it out. That was a lot of fun.
Kelly, you think about your senior leaders who came back this year after last season's end. I know there's another game left, so I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, but just what does this match mean kind of to you as a coach and to them to be playing on Saturday?
But Barnes, what did I say there? What was that, toward the end of the fourth, about the seniors coming back?
This is why he came back for moments like these.
That was one of the things that was said in a timeout kind of during the end of the fourth, when it was right there. It's just, man, this is, we're so fortunate to be able to do this. I'm so jealous of these guys. They hear me say it all the time, to be able to play in front of this environment, in front of this crowd against that kind of team. And the work is that is why they came back. The victory is great. I mean, the win is incredible. But to be in the battle, that's where you want to be. And that they came back for that battle, and they showed up. Both teams did when it was time to go.
Okay, front right.
Yeah, Coach Sheffield, obviously you don't know who you're going to play Saturday, but the way that your defense especially stepped up in the most clutch moments, how does that help you in terms of looking forward to another championship match for your program?
You got to play good defense when you get here, right? You got some very talented teams that are making it to this, and I know our offense gets a lot of it gets talked about quite a bit. We don't win that match tonight without us defending. Sid there towards the end came up and put 3 balls in a row of one-option balls. We got some big-time stuff blocked. We got some incredible digs. We made some great covers. I mean, we didn't win that match on our offense there in the 5th set. We won the 5th set off of our defense, and against another team that is a special defensive team. That's where that match was just in the trenches there in the 5th set. It was on the defensive end.
Excuse my ignorance, Coach, but it appeared to me that Tori Dilfer was setting her teammates a little further from the net than normal, possibly to counteract your size. Did you see that, or am I imagining something?
I have no idea. It's possible. I mean, that is a strategy when you're going up against some bigger blockers. All that I know is they were hitting some really fantastic shots. De Beer, we were having a lot of trouble. Excuse me, man. She was really working the line early on in the match and having a lot of success. And Charles was really doing a great job with that thumb down shot underneath our middles. And they were giving us fits. Then they started working in some off-speed shots the second half of the match, and it just this constant changing, adjusting of how we're wanting to defend. Whether they were bringing it off the net or not, that's a great question. That's probably something that maybe I would have done.
Okay, back right.
Kelly, the challenge, I believe Devin's hair was in the net. Were you pretty confident that you were going to get that challenge when you did it?
You're never confident when you're challenging anything. We had 4 challenges at that point. We hadn't used any of them. They said I think the hip was in the net or something, and Deb was. That would be unusual. That's not something that she is throwing her hip into that. She was pretty adamant she didn't. All right, let's go. Let's see. Apparently it was the hair or something, but yeah, I mean, that was a big point, right?
Okay, stay back right.
Kelly, your thought on Anna's contributions, especially I think it was the 3rd set coming back. I think she had 8 kills there. Just her performance tonight throughout, and as the youngest kid on your team, full of old kids.
Now, we certainly didn't say this to her, but that was something that the coaching staff was discussing right before the match. Is we thought this was set up to be that Anna was going to have a really big night. You know, she's how she's been going about things practice-wise, and you know. But what I liked about her is that one of the things is that she had a really good balance of when to. You know, she wasn't forcing things. She was just playing within herself and taking good swings and making really good reads, not trying to do too much. And to play in that environment, like you said, at her age, she just seemed like a grizzled veteran out there. You know, how she kept her composure and just balled out.
We'll pause here and check it to see if we have any questions in Zoom.
Thank you, Dan. There are no questions on Zoom at this time.
Okay, we have time for 2 more here. Go front here, front left.
Anna, what were the crowd is a lot of Wisconsin Badger fans here. You guys were getting them hyped on the sideline. What was that like for you guys to interact with the fans?
Back home at the field house, it's electric, the crowd. And I think so many people showing up to support us here kind of fed our energy, even from the bench. You know, they're contributing with each other, and it honestly just lights everyone up. So it's really important to have all that support. We appreciate it.
Okay, anything else? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.